Okay, this is really weird doing my first actual video about something and sitting here in a dark room talking to myself, but I thought I'd do something on religion, seeing as I always talk a lot about it. Not on here, but on forums and stuff like that. So this is my, something that's kind of like my idea, probably not my idea, but just something that I've never heard talked about in this way, I think. So this is my idea, and I'm actually not reading off a script, but I have my points here. So if you see my eyes looking all over the place, that's why. So me and my friend, we always talk about religion. He's religious, and I'm not. And one thing that came up was that even if I wanted to believe in God, that I couldn't. I said, well, if I wanted to believe in God, what would I do? And he said, well, you would pray to him. And I said, okay, so I'd pray to him, but I would be praying to me to nothing, because even if I really wanted to believe in him, because of like rational things that I have in my brain, like evolution, Big Bang, and so forth, without contradicting them, it wouldn't allow it. So basically I came to the conclusion that I couldn't believe in God, even if I wanted to. And he didn't quite understand that. He's like, what? No, like, if you wanted to, you could just choose to. Well, no, it doesn't work like that. And I said, maybe I can give you a better demonstration. And I came up with this kind of little exercise that I guess you guys can do as well. I guess if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on your computer or iPad or whatever you've got. So I would basically say that, alright, your computer doesn't exist. If you want it to not exist, just believe it doesn't exist. It won't exist, it won't be there. Now I'd ask, yeah, okay, so is your computer still there? Which I hope your answer would be yes. You can see it, you can touch it, and if you have a PC, you can hear it. So the evidence proves it's there. If you didn't believe it was there, then you would be ignoring the evidence or not accepting the evidence. It's still there. It wouldn't matter how much you told yourself that your computer wasn't there. You know the evidence proves that it's there, and so you would still believe that it is there, even if you didn't want to. So I guess what am I trying to prove? Like, if I wanted to believe in God, which I don't, I'd have to contradict the evidence to believe in him. I guess there's kind of another way of looking at this. I could, if I really wanted to believe in him that badly, I suppose it's plausible that I could disregard the evidence somehow. Just say, alright, perhaps I'd take some pseudoscience explanation, and then I'd feel better about disregarding it, or just say, oh no, the evolution didn't happen, or the Big Bang didn't happen, or whatever. The universe can't come from nothing. Things like this, I could just. But I kind of think that that's kind of like someone who believes in their own lies. Like someone who tells themselves, over and over again that they didn't do something, they eventually start actually believing their own lies. There is one other way that maybe you could believe in God, is if some kind of event happened, such as God appearing next to me, where I would believe in him. Something would have to happen for me to believe in him, and like, this still doesn't, of course, mean it's true, because it could be drugs, possibly a trick. I thought I saw him, but maybe really I didn't. It could be a mental health issue, whatever. But of course, just because I say that I see him doesn't really mean that that's what I saw. So there you go. That's my idea. Couldn't believe in God even if I wanted to. And I guess it came from my idea that, well, you didn't really choose, and I'm sure this is the case for most people, you don't really choose to be an atheist. You just know that the other couldn't be true. Even when I was just a small kid in class, I went to a Catholic school, and and I had scripture in my public school that I went to, and it was just like, all right, yeah, I'll pretend to pray and I'll do this because that's what seems to be right, even though I knew it. I just couldn't believe it. I knew some guy couldn't rise from the dead, for example. So, thanks. I hope it's interesting to some people.